my stunning friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Rachel. How are we doing? Welcome to my October reset vlog. So I've never done one of these before. I am very excited. I've seen many people doing this. I really enjoyed watching these videos, and so I thought I would take a crack at it this month, and I'm excited. It's gonna be really fun. So if you don't know, in a reset vlog, we're essentially getting organized for the month ahead. I'm going to be talking about my reading plans for the month with you all. I'm gonna be going through my physical TBR. I wanna talk about some new releases that I'm looking forward to, and I also have an exciting life update and kind of just getting organized for that and just sharing that with you all. So that is going to be the plan for today, team. I'm looking forward to it. So first of all, let's talk about the books that I am hopefully going to be reading this month. So first off, I do want to say that I think I am going to step away from making monthly TBR videos. I put this weird pressure and like guilt on myself when I don't end up reading the books that I talk about in my TBR videos. Totally self-inflicted, totally like, I don't know what's going on up here, okay? I know that TBRs are not put in stone. I know that nothing bad is gonna happen if I don't read my monthly TBR, but I still feel this weird guilt. And I was like, okay, I just need to step away from these videos and just allow myself to fully mood read. So I do think I'm just gonna step away from those videos. All that being said though, as I plan content for the month ahead, there are books that are at the front of my mind. There are books that I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to pick that up this month. So I do have a little bit of a TBR that we're going to talk about. It's gonna be short. It's just gonna be the books that are on my mind right now and books that I'm thinking about vlogging and things like that. So we're gonna go through that right now. So number one is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. So this book is getting a lot of buzz right now. It is a YA fantasy romance, and I believe our romance is between a prince and a thief. That's really all I know. I did start this book this morning. I'm literally only on page 30, so I'm not even gonna talk about like first impressions or anything because I still feel like it's too early, but I'm excited about this book. I've just heard really, really great things, and I'm very curious to see what all the buzz is about. Another book that I wanna read in October is Bound and Barbed by Samantha R. Good. This is, I believe, a new adult fantasy romance, and in this book, we have, I think, a princess is fleeing her kingdom. She ends up running into this bad guy and they end up realizing that they're fated mates. So it's kind of this forced proximity, enemies to lovers, you know, trying to figure out what the dynamic is going to be between them, and then also dealing with the repercussions of her escaping her kingdom. I think that sounds really good. I love fated mates, forced proximity. It sounds fantastic, so I'm excited for this. I am also going to be continuing on with my reread of the Throne of Glass series, so I am now onto Empire of Storms. I am not doing the tandem read. So the tandem read for Throne of Glass, if you don't know, is where you read Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn kind of at the same time, and you read certain chapters from this book, and then you switch over to Tower of Dawn and read a certain amount of chapters from that book, and so on and so forth. There's a whole guide for it. And I have done the tandem read before, and I have read the books separately before, and I'm just gonna read them separately. I like the tandem read. I don't have any really negative feelings about it. I just prefer to read the books separately. I don't know. The tandem read, it just takes a little bit more effort than I want to do when I'm reading a book. So I'm just gonna be reading Empire of Storms this month. If I do end up having the time, I'll try to read Tower of Dawn as well, because I am nearing the end of my Throne of Glass reread and I would like to get that finished here pretty soon. But I'll definitely read this one this month. All right, next up, I'm going to be starting a new series, even though I'm in the middle of a million, but I really want to start this series. I've had this book forever, and it's finally time for me to get started with it, and that is the Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. So the first book is A Darker Shade of Magic, and to be honest with you, I have literally no idea what this book is about. I think I'm going to keep it that way. I know that we have a character who goes through like different versions of London. I think we have a red London, a gray London, and I'm curious to see what that is all about. I have no idea what is in store for me when I read this book, but this is a very well-loved series. I've just heard so many amazing things about it, particularly here on BookTube, and so I'm curious to see what all the buzz is about. And then I also want to read The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. So this is, once again, a book that has a lot of buzz. Basically, I'm just like, if there's buzz for a book, I'm adding it to my TBR. If one person gives a book 5 stars, I'm like, absolutely, I'm gonna read that immediately. I give into hype very easily. But this book, there's a lot of hype surrounding it, and I'm excited by it. Also, this is just like so stunning. Like, come on. So I believe this is Enemies to Lovers fantasy romance. I wanna say it's YA. I'm not entirely sure. It is a fantasy romance trilogy set in a Southeast Asia inspired world ravaged by storms, perfect for fans of Sarah J Maas and R.F. Kuang, who are two authors that I absolutely love their books. So I'm really excited for this. And then speaking of beautiful books, I decided to pick up Throne of the Fallen by Kerri Maniscalco. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. Absolutely stunning. Like, she deserves the world. I have not had much luck with Kerri Maniscalco's books in the past. I've only read 2. I read Kingdom of the Wicked, and then I read Kingdom of the Cursed, and I just decided to DNF that trilogy because I just didn't really like the story. I really liked Wrath, our love interest, but that was pretty much it. But this is her adult debut. So I am excited about that. I want to see what an adult book from Kerri Maniscalco looks like. I don't know. I want to know. I like to give authors multiple chances because I have definitely read a book by an author and been like, okay, 2 stars. And then I've read another book by them and been like, oh my God, this is the best book I've ever read. So I do just want to give this a shot. It's a new release. I want to see what I think. So this is my very heavy, hopeful TBR for the month. Literally me 5 minutes ago was like, I don't want to put this pressure on myself, so I'm not going to make TBR videos anymore. And then I do this. Makes a lot of sense, right? But I am excited about all these books and I'm curious about all of them. So we'll see if I get to these. Okay, so next up, very quickly, I want to go through the books that are coming out this month that I'm very excited for. I'm looking at my phone, by the way. Okay, so number 1, we have the finale of the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. So Hopeless is coming out on October 13th, which is this coming Friday. I am so excited, but I'm so sad that that series is ending. Truly one of the highlights of my year last year was reading Heartless and just discovering Elsie Silver. She is my favorite romance author at this time, and I just love the way that she writes romance. I love her characters. I love the found family aspect of that series. I'm really, really sad that it's ending, but I'm also so excited because we are going to be getting Beau's story, and his story has definitely been hinted at in every single book, and I think it's going to be a really nice way to finish off the series. But I'm sad at the same time. It really makes me happy. It's such a comfort series. It's full of joy, and I'm just excited to see how Elsie wraps things up. So that is probably my most anticipated release of the month. And then we also have Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. So that is going to be the second book. And then also, this is just a duology, the Shepherd King duology. So that's a finale as well. So we have double finales going on. Oh my God, October is truly its scariest month. So that series is ending. The first book is One Dark Window. Really loved it. It's 4 stars. It is a fantasy book with a romance subplot. I loved it. It was gothic. It was autumnal. I liked the magic system, and I really, really loved our main character and our love interest together. They were really cute. So I'm very excited to see how she's going to wrap things up there. And then what else is coming out this month, you guys? Oh my God, okay. Triple finales. A Curse for True Love comes out this month. So that's the finale of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. I'm not gonna be okay at the end of this month. Okay, I am so excited and so nervous to read that book because the way that the second book, Ballad of Never After, ended, jail. Like, I cannot believe that Stephanie Garber did that. So nervous how that's going to be handled. I am so nervous how our 2 main characters, what their dynamic is going to be at the end of things. And also Stephanie Garber has been hinting that the Curse for True Love is going to be a sad book. She has been saying, you know, no happily ever after guaranteed. I don't know what I'm gonna do if those 2 do not have a happy ending, but I'm really excited because just the way that book 2 ended, it was so crazy and emotional and horrific, honestly. So yeah, that's another, oh my God, another finale that is coming out this month. October does not play with book releases. Jeez. I think that's it for books that I am looking forward to. Yeah, I think that's it. So I have 3 new releases that are coming out this month. I'm definitely going to be reading Hopeless like right away when it comes out. It's supposed to come to me, I think just a couple days after the 13th. So I'll read that once that arrives. And then Two Twisted Crowns, I think I'll pick up this month. I'm not like, oh my God, I have to pick that up the second that it comes out, but I will read it fairly soon. Curse for True Love is gonna be an immediate go to Barnes & Noble, pick it up and read it because I need to know and I'm scared and hopeful that we have somewhat of a happy ending for our characters. So those are all of the releases that I'm looking forward to. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through my physical TBR. So let me get that document all set up and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, so something that I really want to focus on and start doing is really focusing on my physical TBR. I really want to get through my physical TBR. I want to make headway. I have over 100 books on my physical TBR and I just need to remind myself of that a little more than I do. So this is going to be kind of an accountability section of the Reset vlog where I have a Google Doc of every single book on my physical TBR. And during these Reset vlogs, I am going to go through this document with you all and we're gonna look at what's on my physical TBR and have I read anything from the last month? Can I take off any of these books from my physical TBR? So I think it'll be a really good thing for me to look at it. When I made that video of me going through my entire physical TBR, that was a come to Jesus moment for me. Like that was looking at all of those books and seeing how much I have not read, and some of those books I've had for years, it was very eye-opening for me, and I'm really glad that I did that. And so I want to check in every month. We're going to do a little physical TBR check-in together and see how I'm doing and if I have made any headway on getting my physical TBR down a bit. So let me start the screen recording here. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. So this is my physical TBR as of 9/16/2023. And yeah, you know, we've got a lot of things going on here. We're on page 3. That's not bad. I will say I've purchased a couple books since 9/16 and I have not added them onto my TBR. I'll do that at the end. But let's go to the top. And I actually don't want to remove books from my physical TBR because I want to see like that progress. So I think I'm gonna bold the books that I've read and then maybe change the font color just so I can see them more clearly. All right, so I'm just gonna skim. I'm not gonna read every single book, but thus far we are not doing well. Oh no, Broken Blade. I have read a Broken Blade, you guys. I'm pretty sure I invented reading your physical TBR. Okay, I'm gonna change the color to pink, obviously. So we have one book off of my physical TBR so far. This is very exciting. All right, have not read any of these. I did start The Assassin's Apprentice, but I didn't finish it. I didn't like DNF it, I just wasn't in the mood for it. So we will come back to you, The Assassin's Apprentice, hopefully take you off soon. Hopefully A Darker Shade of Magic. When we do this again in November, we will be making that bold and pink. Nothing here. Wow. All right. Is there only going to be one book that I get to mark off? Curse of Saints, Nevernight, Binding 13, The Right Move. Okay, these are a lot of romances. Not really in the mood for contemporary romance. Oh, I spelled Pierce's name wrong. Forgive me, sir. This is not looking too good, team. Wow. Okay. Oh, I read this, you guys. I read this last month. Thank you very much. Okay, so that was eye-opening. I have only read 2 books from my physical TBR and we need to do better at that. But there are multiple books in my TBR that I just talked about earlier in the video, as you guys saw, that are on here. So I definitely will hopefully maybe make more progress in November. But that's a good little exercise for us to do together. Go through what I'm currently working with and see how much of it I have read. So that was good. I'm glad we did that together. All right, Angel Besties. So it is time for me to talk about this life update that I have been teasing. Not really teasing. I have talked about this in a few vlogs over the last few months. I posted about it on my story today, so it's not a big reveal, but I'm excited to finally talk about it on here, and that is that we are moving. We have been going through the process over the last few months looking for a new place to live, and it's definitely been stressful, definitely been a bit chaotic. My brain has felt very fuzzy from this whole process. You know, it's stressful, it's crazy. Obviously, like, I'm not seeking sympathy. It's a privilege to be able to do so, to be able to go through this. It's been a wild time, but I'm really excited about the house that we're moving into. I love change so much. Obviously, moving is hellish. That process is something no one wants to do, but at the same time, I feel very like inspired and refreshed by this. I really like taking, you know, big things that happen in life, big positive changes, and kind of doing a bit of self-reflection and doing a bit of a personal reset. You know, what are some things about my routine I want to change? What are some habits maybe that I don't want to carry on into this new place? And I'm just like looking forward to establishing new routines and to be in a new place and just all of that. It's exciting. My routine is fully going to change because we're going to be living in a different city. We are staying in Washington, by the way, just moving away from the current city that we're in. And, you know, I'm going to have to establish like a new gym. I need to establish what Barnes & Noble I'm going to be going to. Real world problem, right? No, but I'm looking forward to being in a new place. I'm looking forward to being in a new city. I'm looking forward to just having a new place to film and just going through that process of trying to find something and having to be quick, and the market is insane and all of that. It has made me feel like a little bit, I don't know, untethered, you know, a little bit like stagnant. Like I feel creatively, I've just felt very distracted by this going on because it's this big looming life change that's happening. And there's been, you know, videos that I've wanted to do. Like I've wanted to reorganize my bookshelves, but I've been like, oh, well, we're moving, so I'm not going to do that. And then there's been challenge vlogs that I've wanted to do, but because they take a little bit more time and energy than just like a traditional reading vlog, I've been like, well, I'm just going to wait. Like I just need to focus on this because, you know, we might have to go, you know, look at something right now, whatever. But I've kind of put off those things because I have just felt pulled in many different directions, and trying to expend my energy in all these different places has just been it's been a time. But because now, you know, we have our place, we're gonna start moving in this week. I'm really looking forward to just like the video ideas that I have. I'm gonna be definitely doing reading vlogs, and I'll be packing and moving and showing you guys all that. I wanna do like organizing my book room. I am going to be getting a couple more bookshelves, so I will be doing like an updated in-depth bookshelf tour once that is all set up. And you know, there's just like a few reading vlog ideas I have, and also just like in general filming in another place. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be exciting. I'm just looking forward to having this new chapter of our life, taking you guys along for that, being somewhere different, living in a different house, and just, I'm excited. I just get really excited about change. I think it's fun. I think it's so important in life to take positive things that are going on and just make the most out of them. I just feel like, what's the point if you're not getting really excited about these types of things? Like, that's just such a personal philosophy I have, that getting very excited about things, no matter the situation, it's really important. And I think it just makes life very, very fun. I just wanted to share that with you all because I'm very excited. I will be moving over the next few weeks, and I will definitely be, you know, continuing to vlog throughout the month. And then starting in November, we'll like officially be in there. So it'll be really exciting, and I'm just looking forward to it. And because of that happening, I need to start packing up my books, which I am very sad about. I don't like not having my books near me. I love being able to look at them every day, but they need to start getting packed up. So I am going to start packing my like special editions of books, like books that I know I'm not going to be physically reading anytime soon or have a desire to pick up anytime soon. So I'm gonna start packing my special editions. I'm going to start packing up just books that I've already read that I know I'm not gonna be doing a reread of anytime soon. So we're gonna do just a little bit of that right now. Yeah, let's go pack some books. So it is a couple days later, and I am here to close out this reset vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I was like literally just sitting in my living room the whole time, but I thought it was a nice chatty vlog for us to do and kind of get organized for the month and then also for the move. We are right now just like in the thick of this move, so things are very chaotic. I'm still working on moving some of my books over to the house because, oh my god, moving books, it should be an Olympic sport, I'm pretty sure. But I hope that you guys liked today's video. Let me know, is there anything that you would like to see in these monthly reset vlogs? Would love your feedback on that. And if you made it to this point in the video, go ahead and leave a house emoji. Please make sure that you're following me on Instagram and on Goodreads. They are always linked down below. I really appreciate that you watched this video. I hope that you were all having a fantastic day. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.